Now, over the last year, we know how challenging it has been to find cheap, affordable, good golf clubs either on Facebook or eBay, and if you're not there in the first 10 minutes, you probably haven't got a chance of picking that set up. What happens if I told you there's tons of golf clubs being left to the wayside, gathering dust in the dark depths of the internet? Well, let me tell you the method and the hack that I found that seems to be working, and how I got these. Now you know what I've been lurking about, and that sounds a lot worse than it actually is. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Simon down here at Sanford Springs Golf Club. My new tactic, especially speaking to the guys over the last couple of months on my Payham account, where we talk all golf clubs, building their bags, helping their swings, link in description if you are interested. And I've kind of come up with a new method, because as we know, majority of the time, especially if you're working, you see a great listing on Facebook or potentially eBay, and it's gone within 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because the price is so good and so many people have taken up the game and they just want to start, and the demand's there, and the clubs just aren't, especially with new manufacturers, or manufacturers even not being able to produce new golf clubs. But as I've been saying over the last couple of weeks on the channel, I'm starting to see a bit of a turning point, and I now see a bit of a loophole, a bit of a hack, a bit of a method that you guys can now start using to get cheap, affordable golf clubs for good value. So I probably should show you the clubs that I'm working with today. I picked these up last night. Everything that you see is what I picked up, including the Star Dry waterproof golf bag. We got some lovely Mizuno MP32 irons, very much the blade, the player's iron. 2 Vokey wedges down the bottom there. R7 3-wood animal monster of a club, and then a Titleist hybrid to match. Now, originally this whole bag was listed on Facebook for £280, and when I tell you the condition of these clubs aren't great, I'm not exaggerating. Unfortunately, that's the better out of the two, the SM4 wedge. The slightly older version's in better condition, which is unfortunate, but it's a common theme throughout this set, including the irons. I mean, look at that, and you can see why this is going to be my winter set. And if these don't sell for the price, I mean, realistically, I'm looking to get £10 a club for these. If the Mizunos don't sell for, let's say, £80 for the 8 sticks, I think I'm just gonna whack them in the bag, because I want a blade set for the winter to start honing my skills, to get better at ball striking. I haven't really put too much time into my right hand game, and I think when the nights draw in, I can spend a bit of time on the range. These things are going to be as unforgiving as most out in the market, especially with the faces that they've currently got. The top of the bag definitely looks better, because let's be honest, not many people actually use the 3-iron. I mean, the 3-iron on the back looks pretty much spotless, and again, the face, as you can see, not too much use the 3-iron, 4-iron, 5-iron's got, but again, similar story for the 7, the 8, the 9, the pitching wedge. Again, quite worn. Here comes the reduced priced listing on Facebook Marketplace. I'll show you my listing, the one for this bag. You can see it here currently. The photos aren't great, they don't really show you the face of the golf clubs. I kind of realise now I should have asked more questions. I kind of wanted to buy this set more for my point, because I have got some absolute steals in this area. This is for the people that have listed clubs for a week, 2 weeks, a month, left it on there, and they've got no interest, or the interest has died out, and they realise that they've charged way too much money. So originally this bag was listed for £280. It then came down to £200, which is a significant amount of money, and kind of shows that obviously they just want to get rid of the bag. They obviously tried to get top dollar, they realised that they weren't going to get that, so then they dropped it to £200. This is when it goes back to old Facebook times, and for you OGs, the people that have been in this space for a long time, I'm talking 3-4 years, you all know that realistically, no one paid face value on Facebook Marketplace, ever. Like, everyone lowballed. You put a driver for £100, someone goes, would you take 40 for it? And then you go, don't be stupid. We're kind of going back into this stage, and the reduced price option does give a bit of chance for you guys that are working all day and just have half an hour in the evenings just to scroll through. Have a look. What stuff has been listed? Has it been heavily overpriced? Hence why no one's messaged the person. And then can you do a bit of bartering? Can you actually go, I know you've got it listed for £1,000, but can you just knock a bit off that, so that we're in some kind of realm of possibility? I am a big fan of the MP32 irons. They're so much more bladed and true lofted than the AP2s that I have, and I know the faces are completely torn apart, like ripped, shredded. Obviously been used a lot on a grass driving range where the gentleman was playing, but I just feel like I just can't hit them over the green. The problems with the AP2s is they're so forgiving, and off the fairway they are perfect for control and distance, but I just found out the rough, if I'm downwind, I could be 180 out, which I'd be looking to hit a 7-iron, and if I caught a flyer, that thing's going 200, 210 out the back, or if I pull it, it's going 200, 210, whereas these, I know that I'm still going to be level with the flag. Yes, I'm going to get punished from the bad shots, there's no question about that, but that's the whole point of me practicing through this winter, is I want to be as good at ball striking as when I was an assistant and I didn't have a YouTube channel, when I literally played 40 to 45 hours a week. Now I know I can't do that, but I now have the experience to know what to practice for, and one thing that I used to be known for is striking the ball cleanly, obviously in the wrong direction, but I've lost that centeredness of strike, and that's exactly what these irons are going to help me with. And the fact that they've got 0 grooves, and the fact the wedges are pretty much burnt out, mind you I probably won't use these wedges, it relies on that technique, that practice. I know the tech, I know the heads aren't going to be up there with all the new stuff that's come out, but it then means I'm on an uphill battle, and if I can get my game to some decent level by March with these clubs, imagine when I get a decent set in my hands, obviously at the fraction of the price. And I do see this reduced price tag option coming into effect a lot more going into the winter, as the demand's just going to fall off. But just like I did the other day, I listed a Sim 2 driver, it was on for 2 days, I put it on for 290, all the interest kind of dried up, therefore I took it down and I relisted it, because Facebook's very good at showing you what's just been up, what's just been relisted, and you're going to get 100, 150, 200 views in that first day and a half. After 2, 3, 4, 5 days, it's going to be quite reluctant. That person's going to find your listing, and also if they do, they'll probably think, well, it's been sitting here for a week, I probably could get a bit off this. So just take it down and relist it. But if you are in that reduced price list option and you see something you like, don't be afraid to take a tenner off it, or 20. Or maybe 30. So guys, there you have it. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. Now you know where I've been lurking about, that sounds a lot worse than it actually is, to find some better deals in this time where, again, we're in this kind of crossroads. I think demand and supply is going to change roles, but we're still in the steps, and whilst we've got a couple of months, maybe 5 weeks of decent weather left, obviously you probably want to find some clubs at a reasonable price. If you wouldn't mind leaving this video a like, subscribe if you're new. Catch you guys later.
Morning Tom, hope you're doing well.
Good afternoon mate, well done on the lesson, and evening Alan, not a problem at all. And testing the G30s and the afternoon gents, on my way to the lock-up, go pick up the Mura iron.